Another keeping them honest moment. People are climbing over Donald Trump's $15 billion border wall with ladders made from $5 in raw materials. We have a new report from the Texas Monthly that the U.S.-Mexico border wall is being regularly breached using homemade ladders. Border Patrol, I mean, this would almost be a comedy if it weren't a tragedy. Border Patrol officials are regularly finding discarded ladders beside the wall. The ladders are so cheap that it's $5 in materials and then they just get left behind. And one activist told Texas Monthly that the ladders defeating the wall that cost $12 million per mile contained $5 worth of ingredients, of materials. U.S. Border Patrol officials who monitor the wall frequently are finding the ladders made by unauthorized immigrants who cross into Texas along certain parts of the wall. The Texas Monthly report cites Scott Nickel, who's an activist and Texas resident, as Business Insider reports, saying, quote, "These ladders are probably $5 worth of hardware, and they're defeating a wall that cost $12 million a mile in that location." He also added, unlike the wall, the ladders are functional. Trump, of course, promised to build an impenetrable wall across the entire U.S.-Mexico border by the end of his first term, which Mexico would pay for. Trump did not build the wall. Mexico didn't pay for the little bits and pieces that Trump did build, and it is not impenetrable. There are videos dating all the way back to when, years ago, of people scaling the wall using a ladder and then sliding down the other side with about $100 worth of stuff from a hardware store. Now they are finding ladders often made from just a few dollars of scrap lumber and regularly finding them all up and down that border wall. Border Patrol now drives around grabbing the ladders and destroying them and then putting them together into piles, which later are hauled off into landfills. So like every aspect of this is just mind-numbingly stupid. And in total, Trump, after pledging Mexico would fund the work, Mexico didn't pay for it, and the $15 billion that went into it came from federal taxes, and only something like 50 or 90 new miles of actual border wall were built. So it's going to take years to learn the full scope of the scam that was the Trump presidency. Sweetheart crony deals that never end up happening, announcements of jobs and factories that never end up happening, an impenetrable wall that supposedly would be completed by the end of the first term paid for by Mexico, which wasn't paid for by Mexico and wasn't completed and was scalable or passable with just a few dollars of discarded lumber. It's all been a major, major scam, and it will take some time for us to know the full scope of it. Sad more than anything. I take no pleasure in it. It's humiliating, actually, when you talk to people from other countries, what's going on. We have a fantastic program for you today. Let me know your thoughts on the wall failure by finding me on Twitter at @Pakman. We will take some of your calls. I will answer some of your questions and so much more coming up today. More and more people I know are eating a more heavily plant-based diet, the way I've been doing for years, both for health and environmental reasons. And for many people, it can be tough to know where to start and find tasty recipes. But one of our sponsors, Smarty Plants, is an online platform that can help. You don't have to be vegan or vegetarian. I'm neither, and it's still great. And they have a 28-day kickstart plan that makes it easy to add plant-based foods to your life. They provide daily recipes, grocery lists, tips about parties, traveling, restaurants. Smarty Plants has recipes I've been loving. I've made pizza, mac and cheese, brownies, and tacos, which are maybe my favorite. Smarty Plants turns eating plant-based into something easy, fun, and truly delicious. And it's better for you and for the planet. Smarty Plants is offering a huge 50% discount on their 28-day kickstart. It's a one-time fee of $17. Go to smartyplants.org/Pakman and use the code Pakman50. The link is down below.